Hi guys, got Jordan Henderson, our captain, to come after Jurgen.
Jurgen?
Yes, sir. Midlands Pro. Okay.
Yeah, getting there. Yeah.
We do have the Zoom as is necessary, but we are going to prioritise questions in the room. So we'll take the first couple from Vinny, certainly one from Juliet, and then if you could raise your hand. We can't get to everyone, I'm afraid, but we'll try and get to as many as we possibly can. Vinny, if you'd like to kick us off.
Yeah, Jurgen, I hinted at how long you've been here with a Scouse accent there. But, obviously, back in 2016, you faced Unai Emery in the final of the Europa League. I just wonder, what step was that in the development of Liverpool to the side that we see today?
I didn't think about that final for a while, to be honest. When I thought about Unai now, because we faced him after against Arsenal, for example. So it was important. I said it after that night. I think that we will come back. Without knowing that we will come back, but I in that moment I really thought we have a good chance to come back stronger, and we did. That night was a tough one to take. We played a really good first half. Should have scored more. Scored one more. Didn't count. Can't remember the reason anymore, to be honest. But it was like game number 64 or whatever in that season. It was an incredible, tough season for us. A lot of injury problems. When we arrived there, players only came back a few days before the final. So you cannot really compare football games, especially not when 6 years lie between them. But yeah, sorry. But yes, it would have been anything different since then if we would have won that night. I don't think so, to be honest. So I would have loved to lift the trophy that night, but how it is, you have to learn from these things, and that's what we try to do.
And this season, obviously, we keep talking about the expectation that comes with still fighting for trophies on 3 different fronts. When you're coping with that, what also kind of a test of Villarreal represent? Because obviously you've been able to analyse them since we last spoke to you about them.
2 days ago.
Yeah, we did speak about Villarreal.
Didn't we? Yeah, of course we did. Not speaking about it, but yeah, of course we did the proper analysis, and yeah, I had a lot of respect for Emery and Villarreal before, because I saw the games, obviously, but only with one eye against Bayern, Juve a little bit. But meanwhile, I watched them properly, and wow. Impressive. Unai is obviously, or looks like, when you watch his team, he's a detail-obsessed manager who prepares for all different situations in a game, and that's what his team is executing. It's really good. Different ways to build up, different ways to press, different ways to react on different results. Really impressive, and obviously. Unai is a world-class coach and is doing an incredible job there. So saying that, the good thing about all the analysis, we are not involved in these games, so that's where we have to fit in us then. And yeah, our job has to be, we must make life as difficult as possible for them as well. And that's what we try to do over these 2 legs.
Thank you, Vinny. We'll go to Juliet, then I'm after Hans for any more questions. Merseyside after Juliet. Juliet.
Jurgen, you've spoken a lot about every game being a final, how you must treat every game about being final. But when did that change? Because it just seems to be at the start of this calendar year, 2022, that's been the sort of mission and challenge that you've been on.
I think the moment was when I came back from my COVID break, to be honest. And when I watched the game against Chelsea. What's the next game, Brentford? After Chelsea? Next league game? I think it was Brentford, if I'm right. So it was obvious. I think we were 14 points behind, and then it, in that moment, 2 games in hand, blah, blah, blah. And that's where we just decided, let's give it a try. Because it's easy in these moments. We have big expectations before a season, big ambitions, and then during the season, it's okay. We played okay season until then, but obviously not an outstanding season. And that's what there was still something to go for, and it's in our situation always the same. We have to the main thing we have to do. First of all, is qualify for the Champions League the next year. It's a big moment, to be honest. I think we did that 2 games ago, if I'm right, after the United game.
6 to go, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it slipped through my fingers, what never happened before in my life, to be honest. It was usually a night where I think we really celebrated, but I had to get reminded about that fact, and the next day. So that's big, and that's what we had to try. Obviously, it was not only City in that moment; it was Chelsea in front of us and other teams. Pretty sure, I don't know it anymore. Yeah, but since then it is each game a final. Actually, each football game should be like a final, but it's if you have to make it up too much, then it's maybe not that clear, and then you cannot really behave like that. But since then we behave like that. That's the truth, and so it will not change until somebody tells us it's not worth fighting anymore, and we try.
It just seems like incredible because the only defeat was against Inter Milan, or has been against Inter Milan in this run that you've been on.
Please again.
I think
Yeah.
it's just impressive because I think the only defeat in this run was Inter Milan in this competition.
Yeah, where we had no other chance. That's how it is. We are here because we had the results we needed. So that's it. And we don't have to talk today, and especially not today, about other competitions, because our full focus is definitely on Villarreal in the semi-final. And this is absolutely special to be part of the semi-final. It's crazy. It's crazy, really. It's a massive game. And if you, so many coaches, so many players out there try and work their socks off their whole life and have no chance to be close of a semi-final, and we are there, so we have to cherish it. We have to appreciate it, of course, but we have to enjoy it as well. And then yes, we face a very, very difficult opponent. That's true. They are made for this competition, to be 100% honest, because the way they set it up, it's really, really good. I think there might have been a little advantage in the last 2 games that might Juve or maybe Bayern underestimated them, but that never happened to us, these kind of things, and especially after these 4 games, there's no chance anymore. So this little advantage might have gone, but apart from that, they are still a really good football team who is obviously wants to make history as well. First time would be the first time that they would be part of the final, which is a massive thing for Villarreal, I can imagine. So, but it is for us it's the same importance. We wanna go there with all we have, and that's what we have to show tomorrow night.
Terrific. We go Merseyside, then we go to Dom, and then I'll see if anybody else wants any more. Okay. Yes, BBC Merseyside first.
Oh yeah, again, you said that Villarreal made for this competition. Do you see a difference in tactics from their domestic form to their European form?
I cannot also know a lot about the domestic form, but they're 7th in the league, but they won quite a really good run of results. I don't know exactly how it was the first part of the season was, but they won the quarterfinal against Bayern, I think. So in between the quarterfinal, if I'm right, they played Bilbao. I'm not 1,000% sure, and when I changed 11 times, and they drew there. And now after that, they won against Valencia, they were in the cup final, so which is difficult as well. So it's and then the next one. So they now found. Definitely, I feel if the season would go longer, they probably would end up again in the Champions League spots or wherever. But that's how it is. Spain is obviously a very competitive league as well. Up there in the league, there's always the same 3 pretty much, and then Sevilla this year really good. So these kind of things, it's a difficult league to play in and to be successful in. But made for it is just because they have. Unai really shows that he has a plan for each result. Well, as long as the game is 0-0, when you're 1-0 up, when you're 1-0 down, more possession, less possession, all this kind of thing. In the league, you can see there are games where they have much more possession, then there are other games where they have lesser possession. So it's just everything is there involved, and they're always, if they're not winning, they're close to it. That's really impressive. So that's what I have to say, and that's in the cup competition you need obviously exactly that. A plan for each possible result. First go for it and then deal with it, and that's what we have to do as well.
Probably, sorry, I'm going to have to go around the room. We've got quite a few. I do apologise. We've got Jordan coming up as well, so I'll come to you for that. So Dominic, then we'll go to the gentleman there and we'll finish with Carl as it stands. So, Dom.
Yeah, it's 3 years since your last Champions League semi-final appearance in Barcelona, and this needs to be respect in the way you're speaking about Villarreal. It's clear that you believe this is going to be the performance of the quality of Barcelona that night. If you want to find anything.
Yeah, we need atmosphere. We need the performance, but we need a different performance as well because it's a completely different game. Barcelona is obviously that night set up completely different to what Villarreal is doing. But yes, we need a big game. We need on top. We need to be on top of our game. I need to be on top of my game. So before the game and then during the game, the boys as well. So, but that's completely fine because it's semi-final, Champions League. If that would be easy, then something would be really completely wrong. And that's why I can't wait. Honestly, even in this hectic schedule and playing all the time and this highlight here in a week with City, United, Everton, but. If you need a next game to be 1,000% in, then bring on Villarreal in the Champions League.
Fantastic. Okay, last two questions. We'll go to the gentleman there, and then we'll finish with Carl Markham. Yeah.
I got Sport Brazil. On this season, Liverpool players, 20 different Liverpool players have scored goals. I was just wondering, what does that mean for you? It means maybe that Liverpool can find out different kinds of ways to break different kinds of defensive system.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's a wonderful statistic, to be honest, because I never had that, to be honest, that 20 players of my squad scored a goal during the season, which is wonderful because in the world we are living in, I think for me, a block on the line is like scoring a goal, to be honest. If you block defensively a ball on the line, it's like scoring a goal, but we don't count them. There's no list for that. And so otherwise, Ali didn't score. Did Ali score this season already? No, but he had obviously a few saves, which I count like scoring a goal, to be honest. So no, it's great. Yes, and there are different ways to win football games, and you have to find one. So that's how it is, and that's what we had to show. This ability or strength we had to show at the weekend. Because if the first half was obviously not really good, but that doesn't mean you should stop there. No, you should start from there, learning from the first half, try to improve, blah, 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 cause the opponent more problems. So, and then we scored goals, obviously, and one of them was Robbo. What's Robbo's first goal? No, I think he scored before. Did Robbo score before? Come on, it's a question. Did he?
Yeah, Carl on that.
Great numbers, Robbo. Yeah, but he celebrated like it was his first. In front of the cop. Good. Now he found a way, and maybe he opened a box of Pandora for himself. So no, it's we have to find a way tomorrow as well. And in the next leg, this legs we have two halves to play. One is here, one is there. We know that when we go to Villarreal, whichever result we get tomorrow night, this will be an incredibly emotional atmosphere there, and that's what we have to create tomorrow night as well. That's how it is. So it's nicer if you play first away and you have a result you can fight for in the second at home with your crowd. But yeah, who cares? We cannot. That's now how it is. And so we have to make sure that we really are completely on top of our game. Everybody in the stadium, because our supporters are smart supporters. They know and they watch football and they know that we are really strong. But there are moments where we will suffer tomorrow night. Definitely, I know that now already, and that's what we have to be ready for. And there's no need for getting nervous or whatever. That's how it is. And but we can make them suffer as well, and that's what we have to do all together. So this advantage now, first at home, we have to use. I don't know which result we will get. Whichever result we will get, we will work with it and fight at Villarreal, because it means everything to us to reach the Champions League final, and that's again what we have to show.
Okay, just before you start, Carl, Jordan Henderson will come straight in. If we can leave the recorders on the table, it will be dovetail straight into the next press conference. So, Carl, with the final one for Jurgen.
Yeah, you spoke about playing these every game as a final for so long, and I'm assuming that's just now the expected standard for Liverpool, you play every game and you have to win every game. Just wondering, do you ever stop to think what sort of toll it takes on you and the players to play under that sort of pressure? Or is that just that setup that comes with the territory you're expected to win no matter what every game throughout the whole season and next season and season after?
Since I'm here, it's like this. We just didn't do it in the beginning often enough, but it was exactly like that wherever we go. Whatever situation you're in, you're good or bad, you won the last game, you lost the last game, you're Liverpool, or wherever you arrive. Everyone will fight like it's the last game of the season against you, and we have to fight like we didn't win for the last 12 years. That's the situation since I'm here. Didn't change. It's just like the situation in general gave us this extra. So you want to do something this year, especially we should better start now, because otherwise it could be over before it really started. That's it pretty much. But the situation, since I'm here, I cannot remember. Do you remember a game when you thought, that was today? Nobody cares. So I really can't remember. And that's, so the mindset was like this, is like this, will be like this.
Terrific. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Do drop a like on it if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see Redmen TV live and in the flesh, we are supporting the Ragamuffins here at Hotel Anfield in the footprint of their Anfield Stadium. It is going to be the huge, massive, mega end of season party the evening before the final league game of the season. Come and party with us. Link in the description, and the tickets are on Skiddle if you just want to search us up. But yeah, go have a bevy, have a sing-song, and you can join in with us in what's going to be the biggest party in the history of the world.